Hello and welcome to this drive across the Senja Tourist Road. My name is Emma. I'm a tour guide here in Norway and I'm also the owner of thehiddennorth.com, which is an online travel resource for Northern Europe. On today's drive, we're going to be taking the Senja Tourist Road, which is one of the 18 national tourist roads in Norway, and Senja is also considered to be one of the most beautiful islands in the country. Detailed information can be found on thehiddennorth.com if you wish to have a version of this guide that you can read and print out. Otherwise, throughout this video, I will come back and forth and give you some audio information about what we are seeing. Otherwise, there are also some sections where we will have text information on the screen. But this is just a beautiful drive, so I recommend sitting back, relaxing, and watching. The ferry that we're on is the ferry that we took from Finnsnes and Andøya Island that morning. We arrived here very, very early in the morning. The previous drive on my YouTube channel is of the Andøya Tourist Road, where the other side of this ferry. So we have now arrived in Gryllefjord, which is a small fishing village in the Senja municipality. Gryllefjord has been known as a fishing village since the 17th century, and from the late 19th century the village got new steam-powered fishing vessels to take part in cod fishing, which this area is today very well known for. So while fishing remained after World War II, in recent years, Gryllefjord has experienced a sharp decline in population. In the 1970s, there were 1,000 people living here, while in 2021, there were only 382. We're now going to make our way towards the beginning of the tourist road, and I'll come back a little later with some more information.
Saw you paint a picture of a face, a face that wasn't even close to mine. I know I shouldn't be in love, but it's so hard to move on.
So we are on Senja Island, which is part of Senja municipality. The main town is Finnsnes, which is where this drive finishes in about 1 hour from now. So the municipality consists of the entire island of Senja, and the name is unknown. Senja is the second largest island in Norway outside of Svalbard. The largest island is Hinnøya, where Gibostad is, and we are located close, but not on the Vesterålen archipelago. The fishing industry has been important here for thousands of years, and Senja has some of the richest fishing grounds in the country. The northern coast has an open sea, while the west coast faces the island Andøya. The west coast is famous for its steep and rugged mountains coming out of the sea, while the east and southern parts are a lot milder. Senja has earned the nickname Norway in miniature because the island has a really diverse scenery that reflects almost the entire span of Norwegian nature. Senja is known for its natural environment across Norway, and it is a popular place for Norwegians to vacation as well.
You haven't changed, you stayed the same. But if you did, I'd still love you anyway. Give you the world like I promised I would. Even though you wouldn't do the same, I'd give you the world like I promised I would. Even though you wouldn't do the same. Conversation more than 10 times. After 9, I still wish you were mine. Haven't ate in 7 days, 'cause I've been up till 6 a.m. Wrote 5 songs all just for you. 3 of them I can't bear listening to.
Welcome to Torsken. So Torsken used to be its own municipality, but from 2020 it was merged with Senja. The name means the cod in English, because it is located to rich cod fisheries. However, the name does come from a rock formation that used to look like a cod. Sadly, the rock formation has since collapsed. The fish-rich fjord has provided a good life for people here, and Torsken attracted many fishermen. Though there is still fishing here, including a salmon and trout fish farm, the population here is declining, and the local school closed a few years ago. We're going to make our way towards the historic church before making our way back towards the main highway.
Even though you wouldn't do the same, I'd give you the world like I promised I would. Even though you wouldn't do the same, the pedestal. I don't know what I was thinking. Let it be more than drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That was just substitution for your lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah, that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah. I'm going back to the table, I know they saving us for the stable friend of mine, 'cause they know all this time that I was out my mind, thinking you were the one, that it was love, feelings were strong. I should've known. I don't know what I was thinking. Let it be more than drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That was just substitution for a lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah, that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah. No, you don't care. No, you don't care. No, you don't care. No, you don't care. Could be good. Then you fade. Then you fade. No, you don't care. No, you don't care. No, you don't care. No, you don't care. Could be good. Then you fade. Then you fade away. I don't know what I was thinking. Let it be more than drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That was just substitution for your lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much you're missing. My feelings in my heart, in my heart. Yeah, that's impressive, how much much you messing with me? How much you messing with me? How much you messing with me? How much you messing with me? much I can find my way. We got everything here, at least to stay alive. And the time that we share makes it all worthwhile. Got this place on our own. Do you feel that we got something strong? And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise that with you I feel alive. You'll be the last one I think about. We got time on our side. We're in a state of hope. Honey, you are my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise that with you I feel alive. You'll be the last one I think about. When it all breaks down, I'll wait for you right here. And I swear that we got nothing to fear. It's a miracle that you and I are finally here. I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise that with you I feel alive. You'll be the last one I think about. The last one I think about. Oh, 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 oh.
Saw you paint a picture of a face, a face that wasn't even close to mine. I know I shouldn't be in love, but it's so hard to move on. You haven't changed, you stayed the same. But if you did, I'd still love you anyway. I'd give you the world like I promised I would, even though you wouldn't do the same. I'd give you the world like I promised I would, even though you wouldn't do the same. Had this conversation more than 10 times. After 9 I still wish you were mine. Haven't a
promise I would. Even though you wouldn't do the same, I'd give you the world like I promised I would. Even though you wouldn't do the same. I'd do anything you want me to, 'cause I love you. Now I say your name without the pain behind it. I'm moved on now, I'm not trying to impress you anymore. Spending all this time trying to get you out my mind. Oh, it feels so good to take you off the pedestal. I don't know what I was thinking. Let it be more than drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That was just substitution for your lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah. I'm going back to the table, I know they saving us up for the stable friend of mine, 'cause they know all this time that I was out my mind, thinking you were the one, that it was love, feelings were strong. I should've known, I should know. I don't know what I was thinking. Let it be more than drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That was just substitution for a lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah. No, you don't care, no, you don't care, no, you don't care, no, you don't care. Could be good, then you fade away. No, you don't care, no, you don't care, no, you don't care, no, you don't care. Could be good, then you fade away.
Hello, it is Emma once again. Sorry I took so long to come back to you, but as you can see, this drive today is all about observing the nature. There's not a lot to talk about, but it's just absolutely beautiful. So if we kept going straight at this road, we would arrive at a place called Senjehopen, which is one of the main villages on Senja Island, and it's one of the options if you did want to spend the night here on the island. The population is 250, which does make it one of the larger villages here. Until the tunnel was completed in 2004, Senjehopen was very isolated. Today it is very well connected to the rest of the island, and it is known as one of the most important fishing villages. It is also where you will find a lot of tourist activities, both for summer and winter. And with its location here, it is quite sheltered from the wind, which is why people settled here.
Don't know what I was thinking. Let it be more than drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That
devotion for your lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much you're missing. My feelings in my heart, yeah, that's impressive, how much you're missing. My feelings in my heart, how much you're messing with me. 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 How much you're messing with me.
welcome to Husoey Island, one of the most famous little towns here in Senja. So it is located on the entirety of the island Husoey, which is in the middle of the Gryllefjord. Husoey is known for its picturesque setting, and it has a population of about 285 people. Because Husoey is exposed to the bad winds, I don't know if you can see it on these houses. Keep an eye out, but all the houses have to be roped to the ground. If you are visiting this island, I do not recommend driving onto it like we did. We kind of made a mistake here. There is a parking lot just off the island, and then you can walk across. Up until recently, it was only possible to take a boat across to the island, but now it has road access. So we drive around a little bit, realize we should have probably not driven onto the island, and then leave again.
time on our side. We're in a state of hope. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. We got everything here, at least to stay alive. And the time that we share makes it all worthwhile. Got this place on our own. Do you feel that we got something strong? And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise. That with you I feel alive. You'll be the last one I think about. We got time on our side. We're in a state of hope. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise. That with you I feel alive. You'll be the last one I think about. When it all breaks down, I'll wait for you right here. And I swear that we got nothing to fear. It's a miracle that you and I are finally here. I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise. That with you.
Welcome to Gibostad, which is one of the historic villages here in Senja. So Gibostad is a historic trading place, and it has been known for hundreds of years. So Gibostad was originally the centre for Senja before it was replaced by Finnsnes in the 1960s. It is located at the narrowest point of the strait that separates the island of Senja from the mainland. For a long time, it was projected to become the main city in northern Norway. However, in 1794, Tromsø was chosen instead. Now, we would go right to continue to Finnsnes, but for purposes of this guide, we're going to go left. So Gibostad was originally a Hurtigruten port of call, and it was one of the first ports for the ship way back in 1838. Hurtigruten as we know it today is from 1893. This service was of crucial importance to the development of the town, and a commercial centre grew in Gibostad. In the summer, there would be a huge market here. Eventually, everything was moved to Finnsnes, and since then, Gibostad has been a small village. Some of the old buildings here have been preserved, but sadly many have been since torn down. Ever since the 1990s, there has been a renewed interest in preserving the town, and now a market is arranged once a year, like the old times. Senja's main high school is located here, and the school specialises in agricultural studies. We're making our way down to the waterfront, where the historic harbour used to be.
I feel alive. You will be the last one I think about. The last one I think about.
days. A face that wasn't even close to mine. I know I shouldn't be in love, but it's so hard to move on. You haven't changed, you stayed the same. But if you did, I'd still love you anyway. I'd give you the world like I promised I would. Even though you wouldn't do the same. I'd give you the world like I promised I would. Even though you wouldn't do the same. Had this conversation more than 10 times. After 9, I still wished you were mine. Haven't ate in 7 days, 'cause I've been up till 6 a.m. Wrote 5 songs all just for you. 3 of them I can't bear listening to. I'd give you the world like I promised I would. Even though you wouldn't do the same. I'd give you the world like I promised I would. Even though you wouldn't do the same. I'd do anything you want me to. 'Cause I love you. Now I say your name without the pain behind it. I'm moved on now, I'm not trying to impress you anymore. Spending all this time trying to get you out my mind. Oh, it feels so good to take you off the pedestal. I don't know what I was thinking. Let it be more than drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That was just substitution for.
Welcome to our final stop for today's scenic tour in Senja. This is Finnsnes. So Finnsnes is the main town and administrative centre of the Senja municipality. It is not located on Senja Island, but is instead on the mainland. The Gibostad Bridge, which is now what we're crossing onto, connects Finnsnes with the outer suburbs Silsand and Laukhella. The town has all the services you would expect for a town this size, including schools, hospital, etc. Let's go and cross the bridge right now. So Finnsnes is a modern town. Over the last 100 years, it has seen rapid development, largely thanks to the introduction of a Hurtigruten stop, as well as an increase in industry. Finnsnes is today an important centre for transportation for Senja, both on land and sea. Fishing and agriculture are still important industries, with major companies for fish processing located here. Fish farming is growing in importance. Finnsnes is often described as the gateway to Senja thanks to its proximity to the island. While Senja remains far more traditional and less developed, Finnsnes is a good alternative for staying while exploring Senja. While not as scenic as Senja, it does have shopping malls, restaurants, hotels, and multiple transportation connections, which makes it a good place to base yourself. Behind us is Highway 86, and this is the one that cuts through Senja. We plastered on the beginning of this video. If you do want to get back to the other side of the island quickly, you can just take that highway. It's a nice little shortcut. But anyway, as you can see, there's a little bit of traffic crossing the bridge into Finnsnes and the mainland, so I'll come back to you as we're getting a little bit closer to the end of the video.
Your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That was just substitution for a lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings and my heart. Oh yeah, yeah, that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings and my heart. Oh yeah, I'm going back to the table, and all they saving us up for the stable friend of mine. Cause they know all this time that I was out my mind, thinking you were the one, that it was love, feelings were strong. I should've known, I should know. I don't know what I was thinking, let it be more than drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That was just substitution for a lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings and my heart. Oh yeah, yeah, that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings and my heart. Oh yeah, no, you don't care, no, you don't care, no, you don't care, no, you don't care. Could be good, then you fade, then you fade. No, you don't care, no, you don't care, no, you don't care, no, you don't care. Could be good, then you fade away. I don't know what I was thinking, let it be more than drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That was just substitution for your lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much you're missing. My feelings in my heart, in my heart. Yeah, that's impressive, how much you're missing. My feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah. How much you're messing with me. 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 How much you're messing with me.
We have now arrived at the end. We are currently at the Finnsnes farm, or Finnsnes gård. This is now a guest house, but it has been a farm for thousands of years. This building, though, is only about 100 years old. So we are going to park. I really hope you have enjoyed this drive and seen just how stunningly beautiful the Senja Tourist Road is, and hopefully you'll be able to come here one day yourself. Again, you can find a written guide of this drive on thehiddennorth.com, and be sure to check out the next video where we start to make our way south. We go from Finnsnes to Narvik on the European Highway 6, which is the main highway that runs through Norway. So I'll see you for the next drive.